to sail vaccinated or not to sail vaccinated? That is the question. And today, Saturday, May 5, sees a release from the Miami Herald. And it really caught my attention really, really early in the morning because it says Royal Caribbean reverses, won't require passengers on U.S. cruises to be vaccinated. Now, I have said it in many fora. I have said that it's an evolving situation and we will see changes to the requirement for vaccination for sailing coming forth as time progresses. And it's interesting because there has not yet been one ship that has departed from a U.S. port, and the requirement continues to evolve. Now, we did mention in an earlier video the whole situation as the don't want to use the wrong title, but I'll mention him, De Santos. Um, his statement, his stance, his situational requirement of no passenger being asked for their vaccination status, and there's a fine levied of $5,000 per passenger if such a request is made. And that did complicate the whole thing. But let's get into the article. This will shed some real light. And I mentioned it because even though a ship has not yet sailed from a U.S. port and everybody's gearing up to sail, the requirements continue to evolve. But let's see what's going on in this article, shall we? The article begins by saying Royal Caribbean International will no longer require any of its cruise passengers to be vaccinated for COVID-19 as it has previously planned to do. In a press release Friday announcing cruises for sale on 8 of its ships from U.S. ports this summer, starting with Freedom of the Seas from Port Miami on July 2nd, the company said that it will recommend passengers get the COVID-19 vaccine, but not require. So note carefully, there's a difference. They are recommending, there's not a requirement. They will not require it. The announcement is a reversal from previous statements and vaccine protocols the company submitted to the U.S. Centers for Disease Control and Prevention last month that said it would require all passengers at least 18 years and older to be vaccinated. The statement says guests are strongly recommended to set sail fully vaccinated and if they are eligible. Those who are unvaccinated or unable to verify vaccination will be required to undergo testing and follow other protocols, which will be announced at a later date. The above phase is an apparent submission to Governor Ron DeSantis, who has insisted that there will be no exception made for cruise companies to a newly passed Florida law that fines companies $5,000 each time they ask a patron to provide proof of vaccination. So this is not just towards cruise lines. If you're running a restaurant, if you have a business, if you have staff members who have chosen for whatever reason not to vaccinate, you cannot inquire of their vaccination status. You'll be fined $5,000, and you cannot sanction them in any way because they have chosen not to be vaccinated. So that's interesting. The article, however, goes on to say that Royal Caribbean International's sister brand Celebrity Cruises, which are both owned by the Royal Caribbean Group, is still requiring all passengers 16 years or older to be vaccinated on its 7-night Caribbean cruises that are starting from Port Everglades on June 26th. Now, a statement from a spokesperson for Royal Caribbean, Leanne Sierra Caro, said the plans to require passengers to be vaccinated that the company submitted to the CDC only applied to its test cruises. Ships that don't meet certain vaccination thresholds for passenger and crew must first do a successful test cruise before they can restart revenue cruises. Our intention is to comply with all federal, state, and local laws, she says via email. Now, on May 26, the cruise line updated its website to say that passengers 16 years and older on its cruises from Seattle and the Bahamas are required to be vaccinated. Now, the fearless leader, CEO Michael Bailey, thanked DeSantis and other elected officials for their support of the industry, which has been paralyzed since it was forced to shut down in March of 2020 after COVID-19 breakouts and deaths on several ships. As of today, 90% of all vacationers booked with Royal Caribbean are either vaccinated or planning to get vaccinated in time for their cruise, Bailey said in a statement. The company said all crew members will be vaccinated. So that's kind of where it's at. It is always an evolving situation, and there is just so much happening in the world of cruising. We physically are challenged to bring you updates, and then the truth is, as soon as an update is provided, it basically becomes extinct. Even it's a strong word, but it almost becomes null and void because this is just such a evolving situation. So it's important for us to date these videos so that you are aware that this is a situation as at today's date. Now things will change, but here at Share Fantastic Travels and Resorts Limited, you know we're Jamaica's only certified seller of all cruise lines sailing on every ocean, every river, from every port in every continent of the world. And we want to ensure that we keep you updated. We want to ensure that when you book with confidence with us, it is because we are up to date with the latest happenings industry wise. That's how we see things today on the Daily News.